Have you noticed your legs feeling heavier lately, like every step takes a little more effort than before? It's something many of us quietly face as we age. Sometimes we try to brush it off as just part of getting older, but deep down, it can feel frustrating and even a bit scary. I remember those mornings when standing up from my chair felt like climbing a mountain, and I wondered if this was just how life was going to be from now on. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. There are simple, gentle ways to bring back your leg strength without grueling workouts or expensive treatments. The answer lies in things as small as the right vitamins taken at the right time. These tiny helpers can quietly rebuild your muscles, improve your balance, and give you the confidence to move freely again. In this video, I'm going to share 3 essential vitamins that many overlook. Vitamins that could change how your legs feel, how you walk, and how you live your daily life. It's not just about muscle. It's about independence, energy, and feeling like yourself again. I invite you to listen closely because what I'm about to share might just be the key you've been waiting for. So tell me, have you ever felt this heaviness or weakness in your legs? Share your story below, because you deserve to live stronger, lighter, and better every single day. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. Now, let's begin. 1. Causes of leg weakness after 60. If you've ever stood up from your favorite recliner and felt your legs hesitate, even for a second, you're far from alone. It's something I hear about almost every day. A small but persistent change that sneaks up as we get older. Maybe you notice it while climbing a couple of steps, or feel an odd sense of unsteadiness crossing the living room. Sometimes, it's the little stumbles, the need to push off from your knees, or the quiet sigh that escapes as you steady yourself on the kitchen counter. It's easy to chalk it up to just getting older, but if you pause for a moment and look closer, you'll see there's more going on beneath the surface. Our bodies tell 1,000 stories, and as the years go by, those stories show up in subtle ways. For most of us, the first signs of aging aren't sudden or dramatic. They're a slow shift, a gentle fade in strength and balance, especially in the legs. But what causes this? Is it inevitable? Do we have any control, or are we simply at the mercy of time? Let's start with a hard truth. After the age of 60, our bodies begin to change in ways we might not expect. One of the earliest changes is the gradual loss of muscle mass, a condition known in the medical world as sarcopenia. It's a silent process. You don't feel it happening, and there's rarely any pain or swelling. But over time, you may find that everyday activities, getting out of a chair, walking to the mailbox, or standing for a few minutes, take a bit more effort. Some people describe it as a heaviness in their legs, a stubborn fatigue that lingers even after a good night's rest. What's truly surprising is that this decline doesn't start in your arms or your back. It almost always starts in your legs. That's because our leg muscles are some of the biggest and most used muscles in the body. They're responsible for carrying our weight, keeping us steady, and helping us get around. When those muscles start to shrink or weaken, it affects everything from our confidence to our independence. But why does it happen? The answer is layered, and it's not as simple as getting old. There are 3 main reasons, and understanding them is the first step toward regaining strength. The first cause is something most people overlook: vitamin deficiencies. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing the nutrients we need, even if we eat a healthy diet. The stomach produces less acid, which is crucial for breaking down foods and unlocking the vitamins hidden inside. This decline is especially true for vitamins D3, B12, and B1, sometimes called thiamine or vitamin bone. Each of these plays a unique role in muscle function and nerve communication. Without enough of them, your muscles can't contract properly, your nerves can't send clear signals, and your energy levels start to wane. It's not just what you eat, it's how your body absorbs and uses what you eat that matters even more as you grow older. The second cause is poor blood circulation. With age, our blood vessels naturally become less flexible and a little narrower. Your heart may not pump quite as forcefully as it used to. That means the blood, along with the oxygen and nutrients it carries, has a harder time reaching your leg muscles. This can lead to early fatigue, frequent cramps, and a heavy or tired feeling in your legs, even after walking a short distance. If you've noticed your legs cramping at night or feeling dead tired after a simple grocery run, poor circulation could be part of the problem. For many, it's like having a beautiful car, but the fuel isn't getting where it needs to go. The third reason is the most obvious, yet often the hardest to talk about: less physical activity. It's only natural. As we get older, we may stop doing things we once took for granted: climbing stairs, going for long walks, gardening, or even dancing. Sometimes it's because of an injury, sometimes it's just a loss of motivation, or perhaps a subtle fear of falling. The irony is that the less we use our muscles, the weaker they become. It's a cycle that can be tough to break. And here's another catch. Even if you do walk every day, if you're not getting the right vitamins, your muscles may still not recover or grow as they should. Our bodies need both movement and nutrition to thrive. There are other smaller contributors too. Things like certain medications, especially those for heartburn or blood pressure, dehydration, chronic health conditions like diabetes or arthritis, and even stress. Each of these can chip away at your strength, little by little. But here's the hopeful part: understanding the causes gives you power. Leg weakness after 60 isn't a life sentence, and it's not some mysterious force beyond your control. By paying attention to your nutrition, keeping your blood flowing, and finding gentle ways to move each day, you can begin to turn things around. Sometimes, even small changes, like adding a daily walk, stretching before bed, or talking to your doctor about supplements, can make a world of difference. So, if you've noticed those little changes in your legs, don't brush them aside or accept them as your new normal. You're not alone, and you're not powerless. With a little knowledge and a lot of self-compassion, you can take the first step, literally and figuratively, towards stronger, steadier legs and a more confident, independent life. Remember, every journey starts with a single step, and it's never too late to take yours. 2. Vitamin D3, the master switch for muscle and bone strength. If you've ever wondered why some days your legs feel light and lively, while other days they feel as if you're trudging through wet sand, you're not alone. For many of us, especially after 60, there's a hidden force quietly shaping how strong, steady, and mobile we feel day by day. Strangely enough, this force isn't always about exercise or even age itself. It's often something as simple, yet as powerful, as a single vitamin: vitamin D3. Growing up, most of us didn't give much thought to vitamin D. Maybe we heard our doctors mention it in passing, or we associated it with childhood stories about drinking milk for strong bones. But as the years go by, vitamin D3 takes on a whole new importance, especially for our legs, muscles, and the independence we hold so dear. Let's take a step back. Our bodies are remarkable machines, but even the best machines need fuel and maintenance. After the age of 60, the body's ability to produce vitamin D3 naturally begins to slow down. Our skin, which once soaked up sunshine and turned into life-giving vitamin D, becomes less efficient. Maybe we spend less time outside, preferring the comfort of air conditioning or shade to the harsh midday sun. Or perhaps our kidneys and liver, the organs that help convert sunlight into usable vitamin D3, aren't quite as sharp as they used to be. All of these factors quietly add up. The result? Many older adults end up running on empty, without even realizing it. The symptoms can be subtle at first. Maybe it's just a bit more effort to rise from a chair or a growing sense of imbalance that makes you reach for a countertop or walker. You might blame the weather, your shoes, or simply old age. But beneath the surface, low levels of vitamin D3 are quietly switching off the systems that keep your muscles and bones strong. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Here's where it gets fascinating. Vitamin D3 isn't just about bones. It's the master switch that powers so much more. Imagine it as the conductor of an orchestra, coordinating not just your bones, but your muscles, nerves, and balance as well. Without enough vitamin D3, your body struggles to absorb calcium, which weakens your bones and makes them prone to breaks. But it doesn't stop there. Your muscle fibers can't contract properly, your nerves don't transmit signals as smoothly, and inflammation can quietly creep in, making joints stiffer and movements more painful. If you've noticed your legs feeling weak, heavy, or unreliable, especially when climbing stairs, turning quickly, or standing for long periods, there's a real chance that a vitamin D3 deficiency is at play. Some people experience cramps in their calves at night, and others find it harder to recover after a walk or feel a surprising pain in their hips or knees. There may even be restless nights, slight anxiety, or a nagging impatience you can't quite explain. These small annoyances are often dismissed as just part of getting older, but they are, in many cases, the body's early warning system. Scientific research backs this up in powerful ways. For instance, a study from the University of Birmingham showed that adults over 65 who supplemented with 800 IU of vitamin D3 daily saw an average 19% improvement in leg strength in just a few weeks. Another study from Harvard's Geriatric Research Center found that low vitamin D3 levels made seniors 40% more likely to fall or be hospitalized compared to those with healthy levels. In simple terms, vitamin D3 is not just a nice-to-have, it's a lifeline for maintaining independence. But here's where hope enters the picture. Unlike some complicated medical treatments, restoring your vitamin D3 levels is often straightforward. The recommended dose for healthy adults over 60 is about 800 to 1000 IU per day, or up to 1500 to 2000 IU if you've had falls or show signs of frailty. It's best absorbed in the morning or early afternoon, always with a meal that contains healthy fats, like eggs, salmon, or a splash of olive oil. This is because vitamin D3 is fat-soluble, meaning your body uses it more efficiently when paired with some good fats. And while it's tempting to think food alone can solve the problem, the truth is, most seniors can't get enough vitamin D3 from diet alone. You'd have to eat several servings of fatty fish, eggs, and fortified milk every single day, an unrealistic expectation for most. That's why supplements become so helpful. They fill the gap quickly, safely, and reliably. Still, like all good things, moderation is key. It's important not to exceed the recommended dose without your doctor's supervision, since too much vitamin D3 can cause side effects like headaches, constipation, or, in rare cases, kidney stones. It's also wise to get your blood levels checked every 6 to 12 months if you're taking supplements long-term. This ensures you're getting just what you need, no more, no less. But perhaps the most inspiring part of this story is how quickly many people notice a change. Within days or weeks of correcting a vitamin D3 deficiency, seniors often report lighter steps, fewer leg cramps, improved balance, and a renewed sense of confidence in their movements. Simple activities, walking to the mailbox, playing with grandkids, gardening, suddenly feel more possible, even enjoyable. So, if you've been feeling held back by tired, heavy, or unsteady legs, don't accept it as just old age. There's a master switch inside you, vitamin D3, that's waiting to be turned back on. With the right knowledge and a little action, you can unlock a future filled with more strength, more movement, and more life, one step at a time. 3. Vitamin B12. Key to nerve health and balance. It's a strange sensation. One day you notice your legs feel a bit numb, or you have a tingly pins and needles feeling in your feet that just won't go away. Maybe it's a subtle weakness, a sense that your legs aren't quite doing what your mind tells them. You start to second-guess every step, maybe grip the railing a little tighter, or walk a bit slower, especially when the grandkids are running around or when you're out in the garden. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. These are the kinds of quiet changes that sneak up on so many of us after 60, and more often than not, the culprit hiding in plain sight is a lack of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is often called the nerve vitamin, and for good reason. While many people think of it only in terms of energy or memory, B12's most critical job is keeping the intricate wiring of your nervous system in top condition. Every movement you make, every step you take, relies on clear, direct communication between your brain and your muscles, especially those in your legs and feet. When B12 is in short supply, those signals become fuzzy, slow, or even lost, making your legs feel heavy, unsteady, or disconnected from your body. This process doesn't usually happen overnight. At first, you might notice nothing more than occasional tingling in your toes, a foot that falls asleep more often, or legs that just seem a little clumsier than they used to be. You might write it off as old shoes, a new medication, or simply just aging. Sometimes, it's little things. Maybe you've dropped something more than usual, or you notice a subtle shift in your mood, feeling blue for no reason, or struggling to remember where you left your reading glasses. But behind these little annoyances, something deeper is happening. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which is needed to absorb B12 from food. Many older adults also take medications, like acid blockers for heartburn or metformin for diabetes, that make it even harder for the body to grab enough B12 from what you eat. And if you don't eat much meat, fish, or dairy, the main sources of B12, your risk grows even higher. The result? Millions of older Americans are B12 deficient and don't know it. The science of B12 and aging is striking. Multiple studies have found that people over 65 with low B12 levels are more than twice as likely to develop walking problems, poor balance, and even frequent falls. Researchers at Oxford discovered that giving seniors just 1,000 micrograms of B12 daily for 2 months led to remarkable improvements. Better balance, faster reaction times, less numbness, and stronger legs. Seniors with healthy B12 levels aren't just steadier on their feet, they're more independent, more confident, and less likely to be hospitalized from a bad fall. Why is B12 so central to our nerve health? Imagine your nerves as insulated electrical wires, sending lightning-fast messages from your brain to every muscle. B12 helps build and repair that insulation. Without enough, the messages become garbled, leading to weakness, poor coordination, and that odd, "my legs aren't listening to me" sensation. And since the legs and feet are the farthest from the brain, they're often the first to show signs when something's wrong. But the effects of B12 deficiency don't stop at your legs. Many people feel a subtle, persistent fatigue, even after a full night's sleep. Others struggle with mood swings or a foggy memory. Some notice headaches or find it harder to recover from daily activity. All of these symptoms can easily be misattributed to just getting older, but B12 deficiency is both common and, thankfully, very fixable. Here's the good news. Replenishing your B12 stores is often simple and safe. The most effective form for seniors is methylcobalamin, which the body can use immediately, without extra processing. It comes in small tablets that dissolve under the tongue, sprays, or even gummies. No need for painful injections unless your doctor says so. The recommended dose for people over 60 is usually between 500 and 1,000 micrograms per day, and because B12 is water-soluble, your body will simply get rid of any extra it doesn't need. For most people, taking B12 in the morning or at lunch works best, as it may be stimulating for some. If you're on antacids, metformin, or have digestive conditions, a supplement is almost always a good idea. And while you can get some B12 from foods like beef liver, salmon, eggs, and dairy, it's nearly impossible for most seniors to meet their needs through diet alone. After a few weeks of proper B12, many older adults report their legs feeling steadier, their walks becoming smoother, and their confidence returning. Dropped objects become rare again. The nighttime tingling or burning in their feet fades away. Some even say their mood lifts and their minds feel clearer, as if a fog has finally drifted off. It's a quiet miracle, but one that is rooted in science. If you've been living with numbness, weakness, or unexplained clumsiness, don't shrug it off or learn to live with it. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test, and don't be afraid to bring up B12. It's not about chasing youth, It's about giving your body and mind the chance to work together, so every step you take is confident and strong. The journey to better nerve health and balance might just start with a little red vitamin and a little more hope than you thought possible. 4. Vitamin B1, thiamine, or vitamin bone energy and muscle fuel. When you think about what keeps your legs moving, your heart pumping, or even your spirit feeling lively, it's easy to imagine exercise, maybe fresh air, or a little bit of willpower. But for so many of us after 60, there's another quieter partner in this dance of life. One that doesn't get the headlines but whose absence is felt every single day. That unsung hero is vitamin B1, also called thiamine, or sometimes simply vitamin bone. It's the overlooked fuel that makes every step possible, and its story is far more important to your energy and muscle health than most people realize. Picture this. You wake up in the morning to go about your day, maybe do some stretches, take a walk, or visit with friends. But even before you've finished your coffee, you feel it, a heavy tiredness in your legs, a sense that they simply don't want to move, as if someone secretly added weights while you were sleeping. Or maybe it's a stubborn cramp in your calf, a dragging feeling when you walk, or breathlessness just from climbing the stairs. It can be disheartening, frustrating, and even a little embarrassing, especially when others seem to move with ease. What most people don't realize is that these early warning signs, fatigue, muscle weakness, even that lack of motivation to move, are often linked to a shortage of vitamin B1. Thiamine's job is simple but vital. It helps your body turn the food you eat into the pure energy your muscles need. Every step you take, every time you get out of a chair, and every moment your heart beats, your body is using a fuel called ATP. And the process of creating ATP depends on a steady supply of thiamine. But here's the catch. As we age, our bodies get less and less efficient at pulling vitamin B1 out of our food. Our digestive systems change, medications, especially those for high blood pressure or heart conditions, can wash thiamine out of our bodies, and even small amounts of alcohol, like that evening glass of wine, can make things worse. Add in the fact that many seniors eat fewer whole grains and beans, the best sources of B1, and it's easy to see how a deficiency can quietly take root. You might ask yourself, is it really that important? Can missing one vitamin truly make such a difference? The answer, again and again, is yes. When you're low on thiamine, your muscles can't make or use energy the way they should. They tire out quickly, recover slowly, and can even feel sore or cramped without much effort. For some, the first sign is a sense of heaviness or burning in the legs. For others, it's a nagging exhaustion that makes even simple activities feel like a chore. Medical research from places like the University of Tokyo shows that more than a third of seniors may be thiamine deficient. The difference this makes in daily life is striking. Those who are low in vitamin B1 report far less stamina, more aches and pains, and a greater sense of fatigue after minor exertion. But the most hopeful finding is that when thiamine levels are restored, either through diet or a safe supplement, energy often comes roaring back, sometimes in as little as a week. People walk farther, climb stairs more easily, and rediscover that old urge to get up and move. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Thiamine also plays a key role in supporting nerve function. Think of it as the oil in your car's engine. Without it, things get slow and clunky, and eventually, the whole system grinds to a halt. The nerves that fire your muscles need thiamine to transmit their signals smoothly. Without enough, movements feel jerky or delayed, and muscle cramps can become a nightly visitor. So, how can you be sure you're getting enough? The recommended daily amount for older adults is about 1.2 milligrams for men and 1.1 milligrams for women, though if you're experiencing symptoms like muscle fatigue, your doctor might recommend more for a short period. Thiamine is water-soluble, which means your body doesn't store it, and any excess is flushed out naturally, making it a very safe supplement for most people. The best time to take it is in the morning, with breakfast, so your body has energy to use all day long. While it's possible to get thiamine from foods like brown rice, oatmeal, beans, lentils, sunflower seeds, and organ meats. The reality is that most seniors simply don't eat enough of these foods regularly. And if you're on diuretics, metformin, or acid blockers, you may be losing even more than you're taking in. In these cases, a simple daily supplement can bridge the gap and bring back that feeling of youthful energy. It's important to remember, though, that not every tired day means a vitamin deficiency. Life is complicated, and so are our bodies. But if you've noticed your legs dragging, cramping, or just feeling not themselves, ask your doctor about thiamine. A simple blood test can show if you're low, and the solution might be easier than you think. For so many seniors, the story of vitamin B1 is a story of hope restored. It's the quiet return of energy, the surprise of waking up one day and realizing that your legs want to move again, that you want to get up and go somewhere, anywhere. It's the knowledge that sometimes the biggest changes come from the smallest helpers, like a humble vitamin that fuels not just your muscles, but your whole outlook on life. If you're ready for more movement, more ease, and more of yourself each day, let thiamine be part of your journey. 5. Combining the 3 vitamins for optimal benefits. After learning about the unique powers of vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and vitamin B1, you might be wondering, does it make a difference to use all 3 together? Or is just one enough to turn things around? For many older adults, the real magic doesn't come from just a single solution, but from how these 3 vitamins work hand in hand, each amplifying the other's effects, restoring not only strength but also balanced confidence and energy. Think of your body as a well-built home that stood for decades. The foundation might be sturdy, but over time, cracks can develop, doors don't close as smoothly, and a little TLC is needed to bring back that solid, safe feeling. In the same way, your muscles, bones, and nerves form the foundation of your independence and mobility. D3, B12, and B1 each repair a different part of the structure, but it's when you address all of them together that the true transformation happens. Let's imagine a typical day. You wake up, make your way to the kitchen, and decide today's the day you're taking control. Instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing something quick, you plan a nourishing start. You prepare a small bowl of Greek yogurt, maybe add a boiled egg and a drizzle of olive oil, or perhaps some smoked salmon if you're feeling fancy. This isn't just breakfast, it's the perfect moment to take your vitamin D3. Because it's fat-soluble, D3 needs those healthy fats to be properly absorbed, turning on the master switch for your muscles and bones to work efficiently all day. Around lunchtime, you remember your vitamin B12. Unlike D3, B12 works best taken a little later, ideally with another meal. This vitamin is your body's signal booster. It sharpens the line of communication between your brain and your muscles, helping you stay steady on your feet, react quickly, and avoid those little stumbles that can shake your confidence. By taking it in the early afternoon, you give your nerves a midday refresh, setting you up for a smoother, more energetic rest of the day. And then, as you look back on your morning, you realize you've already taken your B1, thiamine, with breakfast. This water-soluble vitamin doesn't need fat to be absorbed, just a good meal. B1 is like fuel for your engine. It helps every cell convert food into energy, so you don't feel weighed down or easily exhausted. Your muscles work longer before feeling tired, and even your mind feels a bit clearer. The sequence and timing matter more than most people realize. Your body absorbs vitamins differently depending on the time of day and what you eat. By pairing each vitamin with the right meal, you maximize its benefits and avoid common pitfalls like stomach upset or poor absorption. More importantly, you make taking care of yourself a daily habit, something gentle, doable, and rewarding. You might ask, what if I already take a multivitamin? It's a fair question, and the answer depends on what's inside that multivitamin. Many senior formulas, unfortunately, underdose these 3 critical nutrients. Or they combine water and fat-soluble vitamins together, which means some won't be absorbed properly. Always read the label closely. Look for at least 800 IU of vitamin D3, 500 to 1000 micrograms of B12 as methylcobalamin, and 1 to 1.2 milligrams of B1. If your multivitamin doesn't cover these, it's perfectly safe and sometimes recommended to take extra, targeted supplements. Some people worry about overdoing it. The good news is that B1 and B12 are water-soluble, so your body will simply flush out any extra. With D3, moderation is important. Too much, especially over many months, can lead to high calcium or other complications. That's why it's smart to have your blood levels checked every 6 to 12 months if you're taking supplements regularly. But beyond the science, what matters most is how these 3 vitamins make you feel. For so many older adults, the change is more than physical. It's the joy of getting up from a chair without struggling, the freedom to walk the length of the grocery aisle with a sense of ease, or the simple pleasure of playing with grandkids and not worrying about falling. It's the confidence that comes from a body and mind working in harmony, supported by nutrients that fills the silent gaps age can create. If you're the kind of person who likes to keep things simple, consider setting up a small vitamin station in your kitchen. Maybe a bright pill organizer next to the coffee pot or a reminder on your phone. Make it part of your daily self-care, no different from brushing your teeth or combing your hair. Invite a friend or spouse to join you, turning what could be a chore into a shared ritual. And above all, remember, there's no single magic bullet for healthy aging, but sometimes the simplest tools, used wisely and consistently, make the biggest difference. Combining vitamin D3, B12, and B1 doesn't just build stronger legs. It can help you reclaim the best parts of yourself, your movement, your confidence, and your independence. Every day is a fresh chance to take back a little more of your strength and joy. When you give your body what it needs, you might be amazed by how much is possible, one steady step at a time. 6. Safety advice and cautions when using vitamins. As we embrace the journey of aging, taking care of our health becomes more important, and sometimes more complex than ever before. Vitamins like D3, B12, and B1 can be powerful allies, helping restore strength, balance, and energy. But as with all things that impact our well-being, it's crucial to approach supplementation with care, respect, and knowledge. Using vitamins wisely not only maximizes their benefits but also protects us from unintended side effects. First and foremost, remember this simple truth: more isn't always better. It's easy to think that doubling or tripling a vitamin dose might speed up results, but in reality, taking too much, especially over a long period, can cause problems. Vitamin D3, while essential, is fat-soluble, meaning it's stored in the body's fat tissues. This storage ability makes overdosing possible if you're not careful. Consistently taking more than the recommended 4,000 IU daily without medical supervision can lead to elevated calcium levels, which might cause kidney stones, nausea, constipation, headaches, or even confusion. These symptoms might seem unrelated at first, but they're your body's way of asking for balance. If you have kidney or liver problems, the stakes are higher. These organs play a key role in processing and clearing excess vitamins from your body. When their function declines, even standard supplement doses might build up to harmful levels. That's why seniors with chronic kidney disease, fatty liver, or other serious conditions need to talk openly with their healthcare providers before starting any vitamin regimen. Regular blood tests can help monitor vitamin levels, ensuring safety and effectiveness. Water-soluble vitamins like B12 and B1 are generally safer in this regard. Your body will excrete what it doesn't need through urine, which means overdosing is less common. However, that doesn't mean you should ignore dosing recommendations. Extremely high doses of vitamin B6, for example, can cause tingling or numbness in the hands and feet if taken for months without supervision. Although rare, these symptoms can be mistaken for signs of aging or other illnesses, delaying proper treatment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Some side effects may be subtle. For instance, an increase in headaches, muscle cramps, or digestive discomfort might start shortly after beginning supplementation. It's important to listen to your body and not dismiss these signs. Adjusting your dose or switching brands after consulting with your doctor can often resolve these issues. Another crucial point to keep in mind is medication interactions. Many seniors take multiple prescription drugs, and some medications can affect how vitamins are absorbed or metabolized. Acid reducers, diuretics, and diabetes medications like metformin can decrease your body's ability to absorb B12 and B1. Meanwhile, blood thinners might be influenced by changes in vitamin levels. Always keep a list of your medications and supplements handy, and share it with your healthcare team to avoid unwanted interactions. Taking vitamins on an empty stomach is rarely a good idea. Vitamins like D3 need to be taken with meals containing healthy fats for better absorption, while B12 and B1 are best taken with food to reduce any potential stomach upset. Pairing your supplements with regular meals not only helps your body use them efficiently, but also turns supplementation into a positive daily habit. Some seniors find it helpful to set reminders or use pill organizers to keep track of their vitamin schedules. It's easy to forget doses or take double doses accidentally, especially if you're juggling multiple supplements or medications. Establishing a simple routine reduces stress and helps maintain consistency, the key to seeing real benefits. Testing is another cornerstone of safety. A simple blood test every 6 to 12 months can provide invaluable insight into your vitamin levels. These tests help avoid the dangers of both deficiency and excess, allowing your doctor to fine-tune your supplement plan. Never hesitate to ask your healthcare provider for these tests if you're feeling unusual symptoms or starting a new vitamin regimen. Finally, let's remember that vitamins are one piece of the bigger puzzle. No pill can replace a balanced diet, regular physical activity, good hydration, and quality sleep. Vitamins help fill gaps and support your body's natural functions, but they work best when paired with a healthy lifestyle. So continue to nourish your body with wholesome foods, move as much as you comfortably can, and cherish the rest your body needs. In the end, taking vitamins like D3, B12, and B1 is about empowerment. Giving yourself the best chance to stay strong, steady, and full of life. With care, attention, and partnership with your healthcare team, you can safely harness their power. Your journey to better health is personal and unique, and every step you take with knowledge and caution brings you closer to a vibrant, confident tomorrow. Remember, you deserve to feel your best every day. Approach your vitamin routine with kindness to yourself, curiosity to learn, and trust in the process. The path to stronger legs, sharper nerves, and lasting energy is right within your reach. One well-informed, well-cared-for step at a time. As we wrap up, I want you to remember something very important. Your journey to stronger legs and better balance isn't about fighting age. It's about giving your body the care and support it deserves. Those three vitamins, D3, B12, and B1, are small but mighty tools that can help you regain the strength and confidence you may have thought was slipping away. You deserve to feel steady on your feet, to move freely without hesitation, and to enjoy every moment with the people and activities you love. It's not about rushing or pushing too hard, but about taking gentle, consistent steps toward feeling your best. Even small changes can make a big difference over time. If you've noticed your legs feeling heavier, your balance a little off, or your energy fading, don't ignore those signs. There's hope, and it starts with understanding what your body needs and taking simple actions to support it. Talk to your doctor, consider testing your vitamin levels, and think about adding these essential nutrients to your daily routine. Thank you for being here and taking this step toward better health. Remember, you're not alone, and you are capable of reclaiming your strength and independence. Keep moving forward, one steady step at a time. You deserve a life filled with strength, balance, and joy.